Hey guys, it's your boy Enzo, and Happy New Year! And what a way to start off this year by reminding you guys that there will be new titles coming out this 2021. So, without further ado, it's your boy Enzo, and this is Yugatech Gaming. First on our list isn't really a new game, but overall one of my personal favorite franchises, which is Mass Effect. Comes Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Finally, BioWare is doing a next-gen remaster of this epic space saga. Relive those difficult choices and those sexy romances again in higher definition. Although there isn't a clear date on when this game is coming out, but it's targeted around this year, so I'm excited, man. Next is the latest installment of the Far Cry series comes Far Cry 6. The game is set on Yara, a fictional Caribbean island ruled by a dictatorship by El Presidente Anton Castillo, portrayed by Giancarlo Esposito, or the guy you may know as Gus from Breaking Bad, who is raising his son Diego, who is being voiced by Anthony Gonzalez, or the guy who is Miguel from Coco, to follow his rule. The player takes the role of a guerrilla fighter named Danny Rojas, attempting to topple Castillo and his regime. This is probably one of the most star-studded games coming out this year, and I definitely can't wait for it. The game was originally scheduled to be released on February 18, 2021, but yup, you guessed it, the buyers delayed everything yet again. Next, if you're into some next-gen FPS goodness, then I think Deathloop might interest you. Releasing on May 21, 2021, the game transports you to the mysterious island of Black Reef, where an eternal struggle between two extraordinary assassins will determine the island's future. As called, you must find the means to end this time loop so you can be free from this endless cycle of killing. But of course, nothing really comes that easy, and you'll be hunted by the island's inhabitants. Next is another treat for FPS fans, because we have Rainbow Six Quarantine. Releasing on March 21, 2021, the game is set several years in the future and tasks a 3-player team of operators to work together and fight off the increasing threat of a technological parasite. Inspired by the Outbreak event, the game will see the return of various game mechanics of Rainbow Six Siege. You will also get to use various operators from the previous games, such as Virgil and Ella. Personally, don't really follow this, so I guess that's a total treat for you guys. So next, we have another space saga and an FPS game, which is from one of the most popular franchises ever. We have Halo Infinite. Releasing sometime this fall, I think. I don't really know, since the pandemic really ruined a lot of things. Anyway, Halo Infinite will be the latest installment of this great franchise, where it takes you to the 3rd chapter of the Reclaimer saga. And judging by the trailer, it seems it will take place in between Halo 2 and 3 because of the Mjolnir suit. But if you guys have any idea what Halo Infinite will be, well, do leave them in the comment section below, because I have no idea. So anyway, moving on, we have Lord of the Rings Gollum. Developed by German-based developers Daedalic Games, this action-adventure game will focus on the most iconic character in the books and movies, which is that creepy, pasty, weird thing named Gollum. Sadly, there isn't much news about what this game's story is all about or its release date, but judging by the trailer, I think it's I don't know, it's going to be a great game. I don't know, I can't lie to you guys, but hey, it's Lord of the Rings and it's in next-gen graphics, so I don't know. I guess it's okay. But I do think they'll be releasing a trailer to explain everything and get us a glimpse of what the story is all about. So anyway, we have the sequel to one of the best PlayStation games, which is Horizon Forbidden West, which continues the story of Aloy, a young huntress of the Nora tribes sent on a quest to a mysterious frontier spanning from Utah to the Pacific coast to find the source of a mysterious plague that kills all it infects. One that will change Aloy forever. Next, for you Warhammer fans out there, we have Warhammer Darktide. It's a first-person shooter game being developed and published by Swedish video game studio Fatshark, which is planned to release exclusively on Steam and Xbox Series X and S in 2021. The game's story will focus on a squadron of Imperial Guards investigating a cult on the planet of Atoma Prime. Next, we have yet another PlayStation exclusive, which is God of War Ragnarok. Although the exact details on the game's story is unknown, the game will pick up some time after the events of God of War, which saw the beginning of Ragnarok with the death of Magni, Modi, and Baldur. I'm assuming both Freya and Thor will be pissed at Kratos and Atreus. and my man Kratos can't have a break. This next game is the one I'm really excited for this 2021, since I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, which is Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy will be set in the 1800s following a student at Hogwarts. The player will get to choose their Hogwarts house and the 10 classes at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Every kid's dream, am I right? And you get to explore the open world consisting of locations including the Forbidden Forest and Hogsmeade Village. In the game, the player will learn to cast various magical spells, brew potions, tame magical beasts, and master other combat abilities. A morality system will also play a role in the game. Now we have the most awaited sequel coming out on the Switch. No More Heroes 3 takes place 9 years after the events of No More Heroes 2, and the game has Travis return to his hometown of Santa Destroy from his exile. He then encounters huge artificial metropolis floating in the sea and the mysterious flying object high above the city. Travis now has to defend the world from a super powerful army of aliens. Judging by its trailer, I do feel the game will be as big as Avengers Endgame. Up next, we have the 8th installment of the Resident Evil franchise, which is Resident Evil Village. Years after the tragic events of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Ethan Winters has started over with his wife Mia, finally living at peace and putting the past behind it. However, Chris Redfield, the legendary hero from the previous Resident Evil games, suddenly disrupts their lives, throwing a devastated Ethan into a new twisted nightmare in search for answers. Lastly, if you are wondering what it's like to be a vampire or have followed this series in the early 2000s, Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is coming out this year. It's an RPG game set in the city of Seattle, which is full of alluring, dangerous characters and factions of vampires. In this sequel of the cult classic, your choice, plots, and schemes will change the balance of power forever. This game is personally one of the games that I am hyped up to play, and I do hope, despite all the delays, it will be a really playable game. We all know what happened to Cyberpunk. So there you have it, guys. Got your own list of games that you're excited to play this 2021? Well, leave them in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and don't forget to visit yugatech.com/gaming for more news, tips, and tricks. It's your boy Enzo, and stay safe.